Hello there, you're watching our television. This is State of Business. I am Pamudha Karagampala. Let's have a look at the headlines. Government moves to rebuild the northern economic engine. Nation witnesses growth in worker remittances. Welcome back here with State of Business. Now let's have a detailed look at the stories. Now, President Ranil Wickremesinghe said that the northern province had made extensive contributions to the national economy prior to the war. President Wickremesinghe assured that development programs required to restore the northern economy would be implemented.
සංහිඳියාව වැඩසටහන යටතේ අපි විශේෂයෙන්ම උපරිම බලය බෙදා දෙන්නටත් මේ උතුරු ප්‍රදේශයේත් ඒ දේශපාලන වැඩ කටයුතු ගැන කතා කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒ ගැන මම ජනවාරි 8 වෙනිදා මං පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ කරපු කතාවේදී විශේෂයෙන්ම සඳහන් කරා. සංහිඳියාව පිළිබඳ ප්‍රශ්න විසඳනකොට ඒ වගේම ආණ්ඩුව තීරණය කරේ උතුරු පළාතේ විශාල ආර්ථික සංවර්ධනයක් ඇති කළ යුතුයි කියලා. යුද්ධ එක්ක යාපනයේ ආර්ථිකය සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම නැති වුණා. අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වුණු තත්ත්වයට පැමිණලා නැහැ. ඒ නිසා අවුරුදු 10ක සැලැස්මක් ක්‍රියා කරන්නට කියලා තමයි අපි සාකච්ඡා කරලා තියෙන්නේ. මේ පිළිබඳව අපි ඉදිරියට යනවා නම් ලංකා ආණ්ඩුවෙත් විදේශ ආධාර පමණක් නෙමෙයි අපිට ඩයස්පෝරායන් ආයෝජනයත් වෙනත් විදේශ සමාගම් වල විදේශ ආයෝජන ලබා ගන්නට තිබෙනවා. ඒ නිසා මේ ගැන ඔබේ අදහස් දැනගන්නත් සංවර්ධනය ගැන ඔබේ අදහස් දැනගන්නත් මම අවස්ථාව දෙන්නම්. අපි ඒව ගැන ඔබේ අදහස් දැනගත්තාන් පස්සේ ඒ පිළිබඳව මමත් කෙටි ප්‍රකාශයක් කරන්න. නවීන ආර්ථික සංවර්ධනයක් ඇති කරන්නට තියෙන ඔබේ අදහස් තියෙනවා නම් ඒ අදහස් දැනගන්නටයි මම මෙතෙන්ට පැමිණි.
Meanwhile, the total outstanding credit card balance continued to climb in December 2022, though slower than a month ago. This follows consumer credit markets showing signs of picking up after languishing for most of the year. Data showed that in December, the outstanding credit card balance rose by 2,675 million rupees, while private sector credit continued to shrink at a faster rate. In November, card balance rose by 3,721 million rupees. The private sector credit fell by 72.6 billion rupees in December, accelerating from the 30.9 billion rupee decline seen in November. This trend reflected the extent to which the credit markets have shrunk. After the December expansion, licensed commercial banks had a total outstanding credit card balance of 143.1 billion rupees. For the whole year, the credit grew 9,813 million rupees, a much slower pace than what was seen in previous years. People cut down on credit card spend as banks tightened their credit standards drastically to safeguard their asset quality in response to the elevated rates and weakening household balance sheets. People also spent less than a year on things for which they mostly use their credit cards, such as consumer durables, clothes, travel, leisure, and recreational activities. Card spend is a distant barometer for the health of consumer spending and cannot draw close conclusions due to low card penetration in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka has only 1,952,992 active cards compared to a workforce of roughly 8.5 million. In December, banks issued just 1,174 new cards and 25,796 cards for the whole year. As inflation eases and economic conditions improve relative to the upheaval seen last year, there could be some uptake in card spend this year compared to 2022. Now, foreign currency inflows from worker remittances recorded an encouraging $437.5 million in January, up 68.8% from a year ago. In January 2022, migrant workers sent back only $259.2 million via official channels as remittances. Many chose grey market channels which offered them substantially higher premiums, while some of them held back repatriations over fears of mandatory conversions. Remittances to Sri Lanka has been on an uptrend in the last several months as the central bank reined in on grey market premiums, cracked down on informal money changes, and restored greater stability in the domestic foreign exchange market. A record number of migrants, topping over 300,000 last year, could have acted as a boost to the recent numbers. The 2020 and 2021 pandemic-related border closures restricted those seeking foreign employment, resulting in a consistent decline in the remittance inflows in 2021 and 2022 after recording $7.1 million in 2020, a four-year high as pandemic-related disruptions reduced grey market activity. Further, years-long over-reporting of remittances was identified and fixed in the second half of last year. Sri Lanka ended 2022 with $3,789.5 million in workers' remittances, down 31% from 2021. The mostly positive start to 2023 could be a bellwether for relatively solid year-long worker remittance inflows. Stay tuned for more stories after this short commercial break.
IWS Aviation.
Welcome back, you're watching State of Business. Now, the country has seen significant rise in international airlines operating in Sri Lanka, boosting connectivity and its attractiveness as a destination. As per the latest statistics, the 20 top global international airlines are operating in the country and have almost reached the pre-pandemic frequency. Apart from the national carrier, Sri Lankan Airlines, 14 other carriers are operating direct flights to the country. In addition, there are a number of code-share flights operating into Colombo and Mattala. The other carriers are Emirates, Qatar Airways, Singapore Airlines, Edelweiss Air, Air France, Air India, China Eastern, Gulf Air, Etihad, Malaysian Airlines, Oman Air, Indigo, Air Asia, and Fitz Air. Most international airlines have resumed their operations gradually after the COVID pandemic and economic crisis. Immediately after reopening borders post-pandemic, only 8 international airlines and 15 charter carriers are operating in Sri Lanka. Thereafter, air traffic to Sri Lanka gradually rose with multiple international airlines operating in Colombo. Post-pandemic, a total of 37 international airlines operated in Sri Lanka. However, following the ongoing foreign exchange crisis and fuel crisis, some of the carriers limited or had withdrawn their flights from Colombo. Against this backdrop, analysts say the recovery of air connectivity amidst the foreign exchange crisis is indeed an encouraging sign. Tourism Minister Harin Fernando also expressed contentment with many airlines still calling and increasing their frequencies to Colombo. As per the Civil Aviation Authority, around 32 airlines are currently registered with it. Now, despite being a small country in South Asia, Sri Lanka is chosen by many global clients as a technology partner or offshore service delivery destination. Sri Lankan ICT BPM companies are expanding their horizons in global marketplace. Sri Lanka is familiar to Japan through traditional exports and had many trade-related platforms created between the two countries. However, the Sri Lankan tech talent was concealed to Japan until the Export Development Board organized the first ever ICT sector delegation to Tokyo in 2014. Subsequently, several delegations showcased their tech talents at the Japan IT Week Tokyo events since 2015. Export Development Board further decided to explore opportunities in Western and Central Japan by organizing Japan IT Week Osaka 2023 from 18th to the 20th of January. Japan IT Week Osaka is considered as the largest IT trade show in Western Japan, covering a wide range of IT verticals with 10 specialized exhibition areas. Among the many exhibitors, the only country pavilion was from Sri Lanka. The 8-company delegation encompassed C-level representatives from Senate Software Lanka, Axiata Digital Labs, LOSC Technologies, Meta Techno Lanka Company, DMS Software Technologies, Zincat Technology, Evancell IT and Integra. The companies showcased their competencies with an array of technology products and services. Prior to the event, ETB organized a pre-fair market intelligence transferring session for the delegation, and the Sri Lanka Embassy in Tokyo facilitated the business matchmaking meetings in Tokyo and Osaka. The Embassy of Sri Lanka in Japan and UNIDO ITPO Tokyo co-organized a business matching event on the 16th of January 2023 in Tokyo for the Sri Lankan ICT BPO companies. Meanwhile, the first ever Ceylon International Film Festival was hosted in Santa Barbara, California in 2022. An esteemed award ceremony was held in Colombo on the 10th of February 2023 at the Navaloka Hospital Auditorium. The occasion was graced by many influential and inspirational personalities in Sri Lanka's cinema industry. The ceremony also saw the participation of US Ambassador to Sri Lanka, Julie Chung, who was the chief guest at the event. Accepting an invitation from SAVE CineStar Foundation, an organization dedicated to the local cinema industry, unanimously decided to collaborate in hosting this historic event in Colombo. Highlights from the ceremony saw notable personalities and films with high production value from Sri Lanka's cinema industry taking home awards. Jayantha Chandrasri won the Best Screenplay Award for the film Garsarpa, and Gayatri Kemadasa won the Best Music Direction Award for the film. The newspaper won the Best Film Award, while Sarath Kotalavala won the Best Director and Best Actor for the film, with Kumara Thirimadura winning the Best Supporting Actor Award. The film Tsunami won the Jury Special Award, with its actors Niranjani Shanmugaraja winning the Best Actress Award, while Himali Sairangi won the Best Supporting Actress Award. The Women in Cinema Award went to Renuka Balasurya. Veteran actress Airangani Serasinghe and veteran singer Lata Valpola were recipients of the Lifetime Awards. This is expected to pave the way to connect the Sri Lankan cinema industry with the rest of the world, as it needs cross-border growth to reach commercial viability and in respect and admiration for its capabilities and the talent. This is also the first time a film festival of this stature and magnitude was hosted in Sri Lanka with a global feel and flavour. Stay tuned, we will be right back with the stock update. Welcome back, you're watching State of Business, and now the stock update. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on negative notes today. The all-share price index dropped 151.80 points to close at 8,638.92, and the S&P SL 20 dropped 46.37 points to close at 2,648.99. The turnover was 2.2 billion rupees and over 85 million shares were traded. Coming up next are Forex rates. Well, that's a wrap from today's edition of State of Business. For this and now, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Take care and good night.
State of Business was sponsored